Previously on Camp Survivor. After competing against each other for nearly 30 hours, the tribes hit a crucial point in the game.
You guys are merging.
Yes.
A merge turning the game into an individual battle. And despite Tom's advantage won the night before,
Trying to balance 3 balls, Tom keeping 2 together.
Mitchell held his nerve and claimed the first individual immunity challenge. Despite her alliances, Bree was feeling nervous and scrambled to find an immunity idol. But Sarah found a clue to one instead.
And as I'm glancing around, I see a piece of paper stuck in a tree.
At Tribal Council, Bree tried to move the target onto challenge threat Sean, but the former Tabay member stayed united and voted her out of the game.
Bree. We'll try this week.
7 are left. Who will be voted out next?
Alright, bring it in, guys. Alright, first things first. Mitchell. Alright, once again, immunity is up for grabs. Today, the challenge is broken into 3 stages. The first stage is a sprint all the way along the beach to grab one of 5 piles of wood. 2 people will not complete that stage. The next stage, the 5 first people who complete that get onto the next stage where they must use that wood along with another pile of wood to construct a long pole tied together by the twine, long enough to reach across the front beam, to hook the key, and to bring it back across. Once you have the key, the first 3 people to get that move on to the final stage. The final stage you will unlock a basket. Inside the basket is a puzzle. You must use the sticks of wood, slot them into the frame in there, and complete the puzzle. First person to complete the puzzle, wins immunity, safe from the vote. Guaranteeing them a spot in the final 6. Everyone else, you're fair game at Tribal Council. Now, I should add that this is also a reward challenge. The winner will get a full-on smorgasbord breakfast. I should also mention that you do not want to come in the last 2 people in the first stage of this race. Alright, so we'll draw the spots up here, and then we'll get to it. Survivors ready? Go!
Tom, Vivian and Sean. Alright, stop there. You stop in between each stage. Alright, Sarah and Liz. You guys did not get a bundle. As I said, you did not want to give them a bundle. Everyone else, get ready for the next stage. Alright, first 3 people who get their keys progress to the final stage. 5 is ready. Go. You can build wherever you want. You stand up here when you're trying to reach it. He's coming here to test the length. Is it long enough? No, it's not. It collapses. One of her slats breaks. Back to the drawing board. Tom is fashioning a very different pole here. Sean reckons he might have something long enough. He heads to the challenge. Sean, you're going for the middle key. Very close. Oh, Sean going back to add a little bit more length on. Very close there. Sean, flexible pole. He's got to reach the 2.5 meters. Strong enough. No, it does not look like it will be. Plenty of slats left on the feet. Not much twine. Mitchell takes his pieces back. Go past the line of sight.
Length will be the key here. Look, he's still a long way away from that key. Sean has his pieces together. He's going for another look at it. He's getting very close to his key. Can he hook it and bring it back? It is so hard if he knocks it onto the ground. He will have to drag it along with his pole. Sean, close. Not yet. Goes back for another little bit of support maybe. Tom's throwing all his twine together in one massive long string. Dylan comes back for another look. Right up to the edge of the reach. He's very close to his key. Inches away again. He has a go at hooking it. Now he needs to get it up and then balanced on the end. He does! Dylan is the first to bring his key back. Dylan is heading to the final three. Wait.
Three-stage race, so you just wait.
Absolutely, he's got to get the key back. If the key knocks it onto the ground or too far back, it will make it more tricky. Mitchell and Sean heading back now. Mitchell can't find a way to make that pole secure. It is so flexible. Sean heading for his key. Maybe it's that little bit trickier pushing it back.
And right close to that key. Hard to control that pole.
Very close to the key now. Can he hook it? Can he bring it back? He's got the length. He needs to get it. Oh, he's knocked his key onto the ground. He must now drag it back with his pole. This is going to be tricky.
the slide away though. Very close to his key. On his key, he's touching. He's got a hook. Can he bring it back without dropping it? This is the crucial moment. Very close. Close to the end. Gets it off the end. It's on his pole. Brings it around over the line. He's got his key. Sean is moving on to the final stage. There's one spot left. Close. He's got his hook going. It's in there. He's starting to drag it back. Out. He drops the piece off. He's going to have to tie that back on. Tom with a little roll. Actually, we've got the end of his as well. Going for a bit more strength. Very flexible. Pulls apart again. I can't lean on the wall. Tom has pulled his key. He hooks it. He brings it back. We have 3 people heading to the final stage. Tom, Sean, and Helen. Alright, survivors ready. Touching the beam. Go! Final leg. More immunity and a chance in the final 6. You have to pull the frame out and work out what the puzzle is. Then those things slot into the frames. There's a top and a bottom. They will slot into the frame. You're doing it on top, so you're going to do it. Yep, that's fine. As long as you know they must be slotted in right way up to actually complete the puzzle. Yes, there is a right way and a wrong way for the picture. There's only one way they can slot in.
So is this a top or this a top?
Either side, it doesn't matter. The piece of wood at the bottom of the frame jutting out, that's the bottom of the frame to stop the pieces coming out.
Okay.
They slot in the top down to the bottom.
So they like poking the
That's
holes
exactly it. They poke in the top down to the bottom. Try to work out what the picture is, which way up the sticks go. All of them moving on top of their baskets to do it. Immunity on the line. Can't seem to find where it goes in the puzzle. Tom reckons he has it, he's putting it into the frame. He is loading pieces. Sean, close. Dylan, struggling. Tom offering advice, but he's only 4 pieces away from getting them all in the frame.
in the frame. It is correct. Tom wins individual immunity.
That's a cute little turtle. That's a very good turtle.
Right, Tom, come on over. Congratulations, immunity is yours. You are safe from the next vote at Tribal Council. Everyone else, not so safe. Now I promised you a full smorgasbord breakfast, okay? But everyone else will be going back to camp to have porridge, unless you would like to swap your full-on cooked breakfast for simply cereal and toast, and then everyone can go and share. The choice is yours.
Let's go with that.
Everyone share cereal and toast?
Will people who want porridge still be able to have porridge if they want it?
Yeah, porridge will be an option. It'll be made with water this time though, not milk.
I'm going to have cereal.
Cereal and toast? Alright, you're all going back to the deck for cereal and toast.
Does that include the two?
No, they are at Exile Island. You will next see them at Tribal Council.
So I was pretty gutted to lose that challenge and like straight away. But as soon as Toby said that we were heading to Exile Beach, I got suddenly really excited because I thought maybe idols are hidden there. I'll get a chance to talk with Sarah. But having been here and being here a while, I'm starting to get a little worried and a bit paranoid about the other chats that are happening with the people on the reward.
Sean is just, let's face it, you're not going to win against Sean. Like, yeah.
And we can use Viv because she's very clearly on the bottom at the moment.
I know she's on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Is it possible that this tastes like dirt?
No, tastes like porridge. Sean is really shifty and I can't tell if he wants to work with me or not. He's also a massive threat. And at first Sarah was mentioning voting Viv because she's good at challenges, but the thing is Viv is so clearly on the outs and she'll do whatever to stay in because she knows that otherwise she's being voted out. So I think we really need to use her vote to take out a threat.
Welcome back once again to Tribal Council. We'll now invite the first member of our jury to come in. As you know, they're watching all of the challenges and all of the tribals from now on. They will not speak during the tribal vote. So, pretty epic challenge today. 3 stages, and they were tricky stages. Sarah, Liz, you guys spent the morning on Exile Island after coming last in that first challenge. What was it like there?
Well, the food sucked.
I liked the food, I don't mind porridge. Sarah had a bit of problems with it. She's not a fan of porridge.
Not a fan of porridge.
2 days is too much.
Yeah.
So, being away from the rest of the group, is that a problem for you guys, or are you feeling comfortable in the alliances you've made at this stage in the game? How is that sitting?
Well, it's nice to chat and catch up and, figure out things, but then at some point the paranoia kind of set in because we're like, there's all these other people over there who could be doing the same thing and making alliances or even like deals and pacts, and we have no idea what's going on.
So, Mitchell, you had immunity the first round, you no longer have it. How are you feeling the hierarchy in the group is going at the moment?
I don't know if there is as much of a hierarchy because we're no longer in the same way teams like we were earlier. So, like for example, before the swap to Bay functioned very much like a group of people that were kind of, it was a team, there were people who kind of gravitated more towards leadership roles. Now that, I don't know if that's happening still. I think if anyone is trying to be too much of a leader now, then they can shoot themselves in the foot. And I think about immunity. If anyone has won immunity, multiple times, that can put a target on their back. So that's for me now. That's for Tom next round if he doesn't win again. Like that's just the way it's going to be for every single person that wins it, and it's a good thing. But really, you can't just focus on that because you can not win a single immunity and go right to the end with someone who's won lots, and you can still win.
Sure.
There's massive variation what can happen.
Yep. So Dylan, do you reckon there are people in the tribe at the moment who are sort of higher up making the main decisions on who's voting for who, or is everyone just picking someone?
I reckon there are a few people, who are just maybe more used to this sort of game and more experienced. I don't want to watch the shows of initiating the decisions.
So how does that sit with your game that you're playing yourself? You want to get to that final two. Are you part of that group, the core, who seems to be making the decisions, or do you feel you're sort of on the edges? If you are, where does that leave your game?
I think I'm on the edges, and I think that's probably not the best place to be, but it could be good because people might be trying to get out the more in the spotlight people.
So Sean, what do you think people should be remembering when they vote at this Tribal Council?
We've got to remember in the end it's all our own game. We want to make the best possible chance to get to the end, and to do that we have to make alliances now to then get there, which, if you make those alliances we stick with it.
So Tom, you're safe in the vote tonight. You've got the necklace. Making alliances though, is it important to build a small group of people, or is it important to stay tight with the whole group as a whole and try and just fit in? Which one do you go?
If I had to choose one, I'd go with the latter.
You go making it for the whole group still? Vivian, your name came up twice along with Sean, so where does that put you today, sitting here? Are you nervous about the vote?
I'm very nervous about the vote. I don't think, it's one of those situations where you don't know if you're safe or not, but I suppose you just got to put your cards on the table and hope for the best.
So do you think there's power players in this game at the moment who are calling the shots, or?
I think there's strong power players that are definitely trying to manipulate the game to their own ends.
Sarah, what about you? What do you think the feel of the tribe is? You've been out all morning, but how do you then come back in and try and make a decision on who you're going to vote for, not knowing what everyone else has decided whilst you're away?
Yeah, well obviously that's really hard, and we came back up onto the deck and they seemed all really sort of happy and joined together, so it's sort of, oh okay, well how do we now fit into this? I suppose you just got to hold to what was true before we went into exile is true afterwards, and hope too much hasn't changed while we've been away.
Alright, on that note, it is time to vote. Tom, you're up. Alright, count the votes. Alright, anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they wish to play it, time to do so. I'll count the votes. First vote, Dylan. Second vote, Mitch. Third vote, Sean. One vote Dylan, one vote Mitch, one vote Sean. Fourth vote, Dylan. That's two votes Dylan, one vote Mitch, one vote Sean. Fifth vote, Mitch. That's two votes Dylan, two votes Mitch, one vote Sean. Sixth vote, Sean. That's two votes Dylan, two votes Mitch, two votes Sean, one vote Matt. Sixth person voted out of council rider, second member of our jury, Dylan. Dylan, I need to bring me a torch. Try not to spoke. It's time to go. Alright, we are halfway through our contestants. Things will only get harder from here. Grab your stuff, head on out, and see you at the next challenge very shortly.
I wasn't expecting to be gotten out now, but Liz came up and told me my name was mentioned and to vote for Sean. Unfortunately, I didn't listen to her advice, so I voted for Mitch, which was the other plan we had. And so yeah, that's a shame. I think if I voted for Sean, he would have gotten out instead of me, and I would still be in the game.